welcome back to the Glycogen Cycling channel. So right off the bat, I just want to apologize for not making a video in a long time. With all the races being canceled, it's I don't want to make excuses, but it's hard to actually get any content. So we're gonna be switching it up today. We're not gonna be doing road, but we're gonna be doing some off-road. And this is at Rookery Swamp. It's in Naples, but Naples is really big, so it's further north than what you would typically think Naples is. So essentially this is a 12-mile loop. It starts off with that little gravel section for like maybe 200 yards, and then we have this pretty cool boardwalk and just a lot of trees, a lot of nature, a lot of birds. So it's cool to switch it up. Today I'm riding my 29er full suspension mountain bike. Definitely overkill, but that's what I have. So this whole trail is and this guy right here, he's like waving to me, so I was waving back and he's like, "No, I'm just waving your GoPro." I'm like, "Okay, thanks, man." He wanted to get that camera time. But yeah, this whole trail section is kind of like this. There's some single track, there's some double track. It's a lot of gravel, but there's also a lot of bigger rocks and some tree roots. There's one little bridge that you go over. So a mountain bike is not required, but it's definitely nice to have. You can definitely do it on a gravel bike or a hybrid bike, anything like that. My dad was with me today. He was actually on a hybrid with it had front suspension on it, but it was 38 tires. My sister was on a 29er hardtail mountain bike, and in the video it looks super smooth, but you got to remember I'm on a full suspension 29er, and I have just the GoPro I have is just fantastic at stabilization. So it's really cool. So here,
yeah, they're all on the log.
This whole thing, we were trying to find some alligators on this ride, and if you want to see alligators in Southwest Florida, this is where you go. So you can see one off to the right, a big guy just under the water there. But then also harder to see on the video is on that log in the middle of the screen, off towards the left a little bit, and also down to the right, you can see all those little baby alligators. So there was probably like 15 or so little baby alligators, and then the one big mama alligator. But just hanging out in the water. What's cool about this trail is, sometimes if you come on here, apparently they're off just in the middle of the path here. So you could literally be riding down and have to basically bunny hop over gators. So, take that as you will. If you want to see that, then you really want to come on like a colder day where it's pretty sunny out, because then that's when they really come out of the water and want to warm up. But if it's super hot out, they usually just stay in the water. So this is in June, so they're pretty much in the water. But and it was also in the morning. I think we were here about like 10 o'clock. So maybe later in the day it would be a little bit, they'd come out a little bit more. But there was a few that actually came out of the water, and there's actually one that's going to be on the right here. I think I turn around. But yeah, this trail is really cool. It's like I was saying earlier, it's just 12 miles, but you have a little out and back section, and then you have just a big like 8-mile loop. So if you're really trying to do like a 20-minute power test on your mountain bike, this is like a great place to go. You can just do a loop. There's not too many people once you get out on the actual trails. Once you get off that first section, and you can see this gator here down in the bottom left corner. He's actually going to move back into the water. You're going to see in a second here. It's kind of hard they're pretty well camouflaged, so you got to keep an eye out for them. But you can see him in the bottom, just the middle of the bottom of the screen, and in a couple seconds here, he's just gonna dip back into the water. You see it there. So yeah, I mean, if, like I was saying, if you want to see gators, this is the place you want to go. You know, occasionally you can see them on like golf courses or, you know, on the side of the road. I've seen them by the airport a couple times. But if you really just, you want to see a bunch of gators, come out to do this trail. You know, you can hike it, but it's kind of a long hike because they're not really on that beginning in and out section. So if you're going to hike it, you have to do probably a good 6 to 7 miles. So really bringing a bike out here and just doing the full 12-mile loop, it's really cool. It's definitely a different side of Florida that you just don't normally see. My dad was saying that. He's like, you know, we did all these trails and you didn't even know this is like part of Florida, because usually when you think of Florida, you think like beaches and hotels and just a big, you know, you think Disney World. You just think a bunch of concrete basically and sand, but you don't really think of all the wildlife and different things. My sister had a stick stuck in her derailleur, so I was like kicking it out right there. But yeah, so you can see here my dad's on pretty skinny tires. It was a little difficult for that type of bike, but you know, he made it happen. So yeah, overall it was a pretty good day. I mean, we just went out here, found some gators, got a good ride in. It wasn't too hot because the trees shaded a little bit. So, you know, even if it's super hot out, you have a good amount of shade, so that's always nice. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be back again soon for some more, and thanks again to everyone who's been subscribing and joined the channel in the last month or so here, and forever. You know, all my 700 or so subscribers. That's freaking crazy. I mean, you know, it's a small channel, but if you actually think about like 700 people in a room, like that is crazy. So thanks to everyone who's subscribing. Thanks to everyone who's watching the videos and sharing and commenting. I love it all. So keep it up, guys. Appreciate it, and I'll be sure to bring some more videos out to you guys. I have another one that I filmed the other week of some other gravel trails, so I'm going to be doing that probably next weekend. So stay tuned, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.